Hey there, this is episode 5 of the Sexcapade Chronicles. I am Jen and I am the Queen of Dating, and I'm here with Lisa, who owns Pink Lady Investigations. We get to tell the tales of sexcapades about ourselves and our clients.
Right.
So why don't you tell the viewers who don't know what you do?
Okay, I'm a private investigator in the Sacramento area. I prefer to deal with infidelity cases. Those are fun to me. I'm good at it.
Stakeouts?
I like to do surveillance. Actually, it's not even surveillance. I like to go out there and hide in plain sight. Because no one is going to look at me and think I'm a private investigator, especially if my dog or my kids, I'm in yoga pants, going for a jog, sitting in Starbucks. No one thinks it's me, so it's fun.
Well, now you know that, maybe if you see you're out and about, like, think about your life choices.
You might be being watched.
Maybe. I'm Jen. I am the Queen of Dating, and I am a dating coach, and I've put on many events over the last 6 years in Sacramento, Tahoe, and Southern California, and we are here to tell the tales of the things that no one actually wants to admit to doing.
Yep.
Would you? So, to start us off today, we asked you a poll on Facebook of how many of you would have sex in public or are a fan of it, and the numbers are very entertaining. 80% of you said you were a fan of sex in public.
Some freaky people.
These were our friends.
I did, right. Previously admitted to sex in a strip club bathroom, so.
And I really outdid myself on Sunday. Maybe I upgraded to my specialist place I've had sex. I'm really sorry, Edgewood at Tahoe bathroom. Anyhow, moving on.
Classier than mine.
Well, I felt like one string from the other. The highest, I felt like that would be a really good comparison, like.
Mine was also 15 years ago.
Well, mine was Sunday, Moving on. I'm really glad that Edgewood's employees at the front desk are oblivious and talking to one another. So if you need a good place to go, play this out, like on a Sunday night, they're very, very young and maybe don't have it together. I don't know. Anyhow.
There's gonna be like random people going in there now.
I know, they're like,
everyone's going straight to the bathroom.
And so there's surveillance. There's a camera right outside there. So it's like, I think that they probably weren't on their A game, so probably don't do that. But it's Nevada. So we were talking about earlier, our concerns about having sex in public. Because, a bathroom is actually not public. But, by all comparisons,
right.
It was a family bathroom, which makes it that much better. Which is a male or female could enter in,
right.
which is no one else could open the door. But that fear of being caught.
See, my fear isn't being caught, in a bathroom. My fear is being in a car.
Wait, wasn't your strip club story of you having sex in the bathroom as well?
Yeah.
So, high five!
You're still classier, much classier. Okay, so my fear is getting arrested. It's not in a bathroom. What are they going to do? Tell you to get out. Okay, I don't want to be in a parking lot having sex, the police show up, and I'm arrested for indecent exposure. That's my fear.
So I didn't look up the penal codes, but I think that you should leave California, as I said, because I was in Nevada, and I have my teaching credentials, I have things I had to lose in California, but Nevada, I don't think that they can really go for my California teaching credentials. Please don't look this up and tell me if they can, because I have a few of those I worked really hard for.
Right. Well, same. I'm licensed in California as a private investigator.
Well, so I told.
Yeah, I don't want to risk that.
Yeah, but apparently we have very risky friends really people said this is a huge turn on, and there was a huge response. People actually commented on this poll, had very enthusiastic responses and stories to accompany it.
Right.
Sex at the supermarket. I wouldn't have thought that would be a fun place to have sex or doable.
I did also have sex outside the bowling alley before.
And this just always gets.
I kind of forgot.
I choose to overlook lots of things as well in my life. It's called have PTSD memory. It doesn't come back until it does.
Right. So you're like, oh yeah.
I might
there was
have
that one time.
That one time at band
Right.
camp. Did you go to band camp?
I did.
I could totally see that being a theme for a lot of people though. Like when they went away to some sort of camp,
right,
when their parents sent them to as a punishment, and then they having sex in
all over the
somewhere.
woods.
Yeah, exactly, wandering off.
Right.
I really didn't think about this until now. Thank you, Mom and Dad, for sending me to all those camps over the years in the summertime.
I went to one, but that was a Christian camp up like the Santa Cruz Mountains, and I was like 12. There was nothing going on. That was not exciting.
See, like, my Barbies had sex and such, but, like, it didn't occur to me to go do these things until much later in life, because I was actually very innocent, hard to believe, yet again, I know, but, like, you know, I wasn't this person that, like, ever thought of these things to go do, because I was so fearful of the, like, the repercussions, and same as a grown-up now, so having sex in public is, like, as someone that's on TV and, like, has a lot to lose, like, you know, being a teacher, and, like, I still value my teaching credentials and such. You know, I really would like to keep those, so if you, yet again,
out of state.
Nevada, not California. But, like, as a person that, like, you know, doesn't really give a fuck on most things, like, I make, like, conscious choices not to lose all of my accomplishments just to go have sex somewhere.
Right.
Do you think that people think about that?
I don't think as many people have, I mean, they have a job, but being licensed and having credentials is different. Yeah,
because it fucks up your entire career and everything you've worked for.
Right.
So if you get arrested, I don't know what happens in California. Tell me.
So I want to know.
Okay then. You want to know? Should we look it up?
I want to know if you have been arrested, if you've been caught. Are the cops like, hey, get the hell out of here? Or are they like, you know, putting cuffs on you and you're getting hauled off to jail? I want to know what happens if you get caught having sex in public in California.
And like what, for you viewers, please tell us what happens if you have been caught, or like PM us, because like we were talking about how we haven't been caught and we don't know anybody that has. So I don't know if like people are super cool about it, like cops are like watching the show, like please go home, like you explain you have kids and nowhere else to go, like do they give you a break?
Like okay, so what if me and my husband decide to get kind of freaky one night and we're out having date night and we go have sex in a parking lot? And, like, fucking cops show up or something, and like, calling my mother-in-law, like, hey, so, here's what happened. Can you go check on the kids?
Well, I mean, like, it was kind of, like, lack of, like places to go, because, like, the person I'm seeing in Tahoe is, like, roommate situation's not ideal at the moment, so, like, you know, and he can't, like, frequent the hotel that I frequent, because he, you know, may work there, and so, therefore, lack of places leaves you to...
you have to be creative.
Well, yeah, and, like, you know, we watched the sunset first, like...
That was romantic.
There was definitely romance, and he thought there was an indoor, like, heated pool there, even though there was a pool next to it, which is really funny since he lives right next to it in Tahoe. But nonetheless, like, we went on this journey, and, like, meanwhile, the entire time I'm, like, looking for that bathroom. Literally, like, scouring the place of, like, this would be really fun. And he's like, what are you looking for? Oh, I know what you're looking for. Yes. So I think that, like, you know, our viewers and such, like, we're all about this. And, like, they said the thrill of getting caught turns them on. Does the thrill of getting caught turn you on?
No, that scares the shit out of me.
Do you get, like, worried about your kids walking in on you?
At home?
Yeah.
No, we have a lock on the door.
I know, but you said you had sex on the couch the other day.
I don't think so. Not recently.
Oh, I thought you did. Maybe I imagined that. Who knows?
No, I mean,
you're watching TV.
Okay, we've had sex on the couch.
When your kids are home, though.
No,
like,
not when they're home. When they're out.
Oh, when they're out and about.
So we also have to be careful because we also have 2 teenagers, and they'll just walk in the house. So.
I think that's what I'm saying. Like, so you become limited. So, like, is that like the thrill then? Like, and not by your getting caught by your children. Because I walked in on my parents and they've had sex on vacation next to me. No, like, literally on vacation, my parents had sex in the bed next to me. Like, traumatizing events growing up.
Right. No, I can't afford the therapy for that.
Yeah, no, I'm just putting it out there right now. I'm the lightest sleeper ever. That was really traumatizing. Thank you very much.
Right.
I'm really glad that you don't do that to your children.
Oh, God, no. No.
You know.
No. No, I mean... Yeah, it's at home.
Well, I
in the bedroom.
But like one of my friends that has like kids and stuff was telling me about this. Like when you have like that many kids or they're that young, like you go have sex outside the house if you're going to do it because like the kids are always knocking on the door and you have no privacy and everything. And I think it's like a necessity thing versus like you want to be having sex in public.
Right.
When they were younger, did that happen?
Mm-mm.
No?
No. Just find a way at home.
You want to sex in a strip club. Like you're...
That was a long time ago.
I'm just teasing you.
No, so if we were to have sex in public, it wouldn't be exciting to get caught. Ooh. I would be scared.
Okay, so like our poll question should be, where is the place in public you would want to have sex? Because like...
Not in a bathroom.
Well, the classy.
Not in the strip club?
Well, like, the classiest one you can have. You know, basically the Ritz-Carlton of Tahoe.
Right.
You know, because only the best for me. Because, like, that's who I am as a person. If I was going to do it for the first time ever, I would only, like, shoot for the, you know, that's just me. Shoot for the stars.
And I'm not opposed to it. That would be okay, I think, in a bathroom. Not because I'm into bathrooms. Well, this is taking a turn. Okay. Where a police officer is not going to come question me. And an employee, what are they going to do? Tell me to leave.
Well, I was, like, literally waiting for security to be at the door, like, the entire time. Like, literally, like, I was, like, literally, like, terrified, and not in a good way. Like, it wasn't, like, a turnout. I was like, how quickly can we get this done? Like, how do we get from point A to, like, you know, point B, and not have them at the front desk who I can hear their entire, like, conversation, because they're that close to us. Like, you know, it was just not, like, probably what you have ideally in your mind.
Right.
If you want to ever frequent a place again.
You don't want your picture up and, like, don't let them in.
Well, yeah, kind of thing. And, like, you know, I'm not going to give you moves of how you make this happen and not get caught. But, like, I was, like, very stealthy, at least, about it. Because, like, all I think about is, like, we have a lot to lose. Like, both of us. Like, but yet, you know, because me, thought this was a great idea. So all of mine, I was completely sober, mind you. I was completely sober and had nothing to drink all day long.
It still seemed like a great idea.
Well, all of my ideas in my mind seem like a great idea. Like, I mean, like, why wouldn't they? Like, they're Jen Plain originals. Like, you know. And, like, if you can get someone to go along with them.
Even better.
Well, that's, like, my, like, you know, relationship that's not real. It was my non-relationship that is a relationship? Or, wait, my non-relationship that is a relationship? How do I say this?
You're in a fucking relationship.
Most days, yes.
Today, you are in a relationship.
Yes, we're very happy after the
After the sex in the bathroom.
Exactly, you know. But, like, I think that, like, that's, like, one of the things that viewers don't know is how hard it is to actually have a relationship when you guys have so much going on and, like, being able to, you know, be us and out there in the world as business owners. It is very stressful on our significant others watching all of this. We're at meetings where we have clients. Like, do you think that there's any correlation between us fighting the last 2 weeks and the amount of success from our podcast and all our other business pursuits?
It's a change in dynamic in relationships, and I think it takes some time to get used to it.
I do too. Like, I was watching, like, after the sex in the bathroom incident on Sunday, Being Cavallari on E, which is a reality show about Kristen Cavallari and Jay Cutler, who used to be an NFL player, and he recently retired. He was a quarterback for many years. She had a reality show. It was Laguna Beach, and she was on the hills. But she talked about how she followed her husband around all these years, and then started her lifestyle brand, clothing brand, home goods brand, like a year and a half ago, and the dynamic completely changed when he retired.
Right.
Because now she's the entrepreneur, he's like the retired one. They have 3 kids, and their lives, the dynamic has completely changed.
Right. I think it intimidates men. I think men like to be the breadwinner. They like to be the one that, not in charge of the household, but
they want
in charge of the household.
Well, I think they want to feel needed, though. Like, at the end of the day, like, he's like, and I made the millions. I bought us this house and, like, this life, and now you're going to go make us the money going forward that we can retire on.
Right.
And I think that, like, if you had always been that person and had that control, because we were big on control, like, you know, like, and as is, like, she, like, you know, she has her cookbook, she has all these things going for her, and she's very young, entrepreneur, reality TV, you know, like, very authentic in who she is as a person, but it changed their relationship, and they were fighting and not on the same page and not in a good place, and they were talking about that on TV. She hasn't seen the show. I was trying to explain this to her.
I think I saw an episode.
It's all good. You know, ETV has really good shows. Kardashians, you know.
No, you know what? I watched 90 Day Fiancé. I watched, there's like 5 spin-offs of it. I watched those.
I watch Bravo, a lot of reality shows. That's all I...
You know what I watched too? Those shows where the, like, Snapped, where the woman kills the husbands. I do. I love all the crime ones of murders and solving the murders. And
I'm really glad we're at my apartment right now.
I told my husband, as long as he doesn't walk in and I'm like taking notes watching it, then he's all good.
And so when I go to plot someone's death, I know who to call. I can't watch that stuff. Like, I watch reality shows because I don't want to think about my life and the shit show that it is.
But that's also why I'm a private investigator. I like the puzzle piece. And putting it all together.
See, I don't want to know the train wreck that is. I try not to think about it on a daily basis as we talk about. Just keep moving forward. Nothing you do out of the past.
Right.
Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Don't matter.
Right.
Like, just keep laughing, keep going, because, like, I think that is all you can do. But in a relationship, like, you know, this is a recent development after many years of being single, 4.5 plus. And I think that, you know, like the power dynamic and not living there and such, I think that kind of does change things because I'm in a place where I can go wherever and I have a lot more freedom than someone that, you know, has 2 kids and is recently divorced and, like, you know, has a lot of other obligations where they don't have that. Do you think that, like, you know, like having kids and, like, custody agreements and, like, divorces and stuff, like, do you feel like there was limitations to what you could and couldn't do?
Well, for one, the kids have to come first, which is, you know, I mean, get the kids, you know, like my kids are in 4-H and one wants to go back to doing soccer and they're just all over the place, different schools. One of them works and I have to drive her sometimes. And then it's weighing business and husband or spouse. Business is going to help the family, but the spouse can't feel left out.
And I think that that's like what the episode was talking about, is the husband was feeling like they had shifted roles. They completely had reversed. And she's like, I supported you. I gave up my entire life to follow you around, and now you're not doing the same thing.
Right. With my ex-husband, because I had a cleaning business. I was on news channel 4 times. And so I had a lot of clients from that. And so with my ex-husband, I mean, okay, he wasn't like, I'm the breadwinner, he was a fucking piece of shit.
The real stories of what goes on.
But I think it bothered him a lot that every day I was out making money. And for a while he worked with me cleaning houses. And then I had some other girls helping me. But I think it was a huge issue because one time he was like, well, you need to raise the prices. I was like, the fuck are you talking about? Because he wanted to be in charge of it.
Yeah.
And I was like, I built this business on my own.
And see, like, okay, so talking about that, like, prices and such, I haven't raised, like, my prices in, like, 5 years for dating coaching, because it became, like, something I did because it made my soul happy versus, like, you know, like, I like to give people that happy ending. Right. I mean, like, you know, inflation, everything else, okay, not that kind of happy ending. It sounds like, you know, I have an escort service, like, you know, that would be a lot more lucrative. That is not what I own. Dating coaching is changing patterns of behavior, just gonna put that out there right now. Right.
She's not offering happy endings.
Happy endings is, I mean, like, the relationship outcome you would like, although, like, you know, other people have asked me over the years, many of them, but, like, you know, we're not to that point yet in life. That sounds like a great idea.
It's still not legal in California anymore.
Yeah, well, you know, I get in Nevada frequently, but nonetheless, I've never even been to the Bunny Ranch or any of these things. I remember...
That would be fun.
You know, I never...
Can we do that?
We should do this.
We should
We did a podcast from one of them. Oh, we could probably get them. You got the, like, you know, the stripper, like, people at the coffee shop. On our episode, the first episode, you had the pictures, like, of...
Oh my gosh, Pink Panthers.
Pink Panthers, like, they were in these little, like, itty-bitty, like, lingerie outfits serving coffee. I mean, like, I think that people would be, like, all about this. Actually, we can need a road trip. So, friends, we're gonna go on a road trip to Nevada. Because, like, you know, these great ideas occur to us as we film these episodes.
Bunny Ranch, for sure.
The Bunny Ranch. So, you know, Laura Odom overdosed at one of these. Like, I don't know. I've never been to a brothel. Like, I've traveled the world. Like, I have been to places, but I have not been to places. Like,
That would be interesting.
I went to my first strip club, like, last year after the wedding I did on TV, and it was, like, the Fantasy or Dream, or it was called Dream Nightclub, like, in North Highlands. That's the only strip club I've ever been to.
I've been to them.
That's the only one I've ever been to.
In San Francisco, there's, like, a whole area. I've been to all of those, and then a couple in Sacramento.
See, like, I don't, like, date fun people, like, very regularly, apparently. Like, I think I, like, date people that want to, like, get me out of the world they think I live in.
Okay, again, these are all when I was younger. Like 15, 20 years ago, shit.
Well, no, because people think that I am giving people happy endings, and apparently I'm, like, the prude of the two of us, which is very funny, because, like, people don't know that I am not having sex with everything that moves, contrary to the stories and such, like, you know, like, but I have not had those experiences and such. I have not gone to those places. Like, when I was in Vegas with, like, my last boyfriend and such, like, I tried to go to the strip club, he didn't want to go. Apparently it's because he was fucking, you know, Craigslist whores. He didn't need to go to the strip club because he had the real version. But I had never been. I wanted to do it. Like, I was like, why not? Who cares? Right. But yeah, no, I've never been to a classy one because that was the worst, like, example ever of what a strip club could be. I don't want to say like what comes to mind, but it's not a pretty picture. Del Paso Heights and strip club. Who frequents that place?
Right. How much sanitizer did you use after?
I just watched everyone. I was the only single one there because I just filmed the wedding under 24 hours and such. So like that was where our reception is after the 50 Shades themed movie premiere went on. For those of you, no, actually we went to Fanny Ann's first, and then we went to the strip club. So we did karaoke until they closed down, and then we went to the strip club. But I was with a great group of people. Like they were super into it and like super like fun and everything. And then I'm just sitting there like, what do I do? Like, what do I do with myself? Like, they're all couples, and then there's me in the corner. I don't know. I felt really depressed. I remember, like, drunk texting someone, or a few people at 3 a.m. feeling bad about my life. It was, like, almost Valentine's Day. I was very mad. Very mad when I left the strip club that night. Oh, and you can't bring alcohol into it. So you can't bring alcohol.
No, because they sell it.
No, they don't sell it, like, there. So we went to the liquor store. We took an Uber there and put it in water bottles and brought it back in. Like, they told us, like, not the bartenders, the people that gave you non-alcoholic beverages.
What strip club doesn't have alcohol?
The one in Del Paso Heights called Fantasy or Dream or whatever the hell. It was not a dream or a fantasy, let me tell you that.
I've never been in, I haven't been in... Again, in San Francisco, 20 years ago, there was, I think we like walked around drinking and then walked into all of them drunk already.
It's like Vegas or, they don't have them actually in like Tahoe though, so like on either side, so I think that like a lot of people like have this expectation like it's like Vegas, and I only went to Reno for the first time 2 weeks ago. Like, I don't know about a lot of things that are local. I really put this out there. Like, I've traveled the world, but I don't know, like, these things that exist. Because, like, I go on trips by myself, and I try not to go to unfamiliar places. Because God only knows what I will get into, and there's no casino host to save me. But, like, you're saying that these classy joints have alcohol that you don't have to smuggle in.
First of all, none of them were classy. I've never been, especially the one... I think it's actually Carmichael right there.
Oh, Centerfolds. Is that the one? Like off Hazel?
Okay, it's gone now. It was called Embers on Auburn Boulevard. Nasty place.
This is so not where we thought the conversation was going to go.
What the hell happened?
Not at all. No, but I'm really entertained with this. I'm like, please tell me like some more about this. Like, the life I know nothing of.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure the one's in San Francisco. But again, it was 20 years ago and we were drinking anyway.
So I'm going to get all these messages later of like great strip clubs to go to, by the way. I can like see it now. Please don't send those. Like,
God, no. My strip club days are over.
I think that like people all like make a lot of assumptions though, like, especially given my life and such, that I've had these things, so this is really good for my image. Like,
it's funny because you have an image of partying and doing all these things. I am a 41-year-old mother, business owner. Soccer mom, people probably don't think I'm the one that's like, so I'm the one that had sex in the strip club bathroom.
That's so true. So, like, I've been able to go out, like, the last couple of years and stuff and, like, live this life, but that was not my life before that. And, like, like, be able to build a brand and be able to go out and have these experiences. But, like, before that, like, no one had ever heard of me, never seen me, nothing. Because I was a boring person. I was a teacher and, like, I would drink and, like, be ridiculous by myself and with my friends. But, like, it was never to the level of anybody else. So people are always shocked that, like, I haven't done anything because, like, I'm, like, vanilla. Like, now, obviously, I'm working on that. You inspire me.
Oh, great.
But